And a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roberto Hernandez Stadium for Game 2 between the USC Aiken Pacers and the Georgia College Bobcats. Georgia College took Game 1 in dominating fashion with a complete game from their starter, Charlie Hecht. Pacers could only manage 2 hits, one of which was a home run by Niall Goings, however, the bright spot on a otherwise dreary evening. But they'll try to bounce back with Mitch Spence on the mound. Spence, who had an incredible start in his last outing, 5 1/3 innings pitched of no-hit baseball. He managed to go 7 full innings, and he didn't even reach 100 pitches. He will get the ball in this game. Let's have a look at his stat line. 3.38 ERA and 1-1 record in 4 appearances and 2 starts. 18 2/3 innings pitched. 11 hits, 11 runs, only 7 of those were earned. 6 walks, 26 strikeouts, and opponents are batting .153 on him. And I'm Marcus Johnson, once again thanking you for joining us on your Saturday afternoon. First pitch is just moments away. Leading things off for Georgia College will be Cal Gentry. On deck is Matthew Miller, the first baseman for Georgia College, and in the hole, Wesley Womack. Those will be your first 3 batters you'll see this afternoon. Go ahead and give you the defensive lineup for the Pacers while we have a moment. Again, Mitch Spence on the mound. Connor Durden getting the start behind the plate instead of in his normal DHing role. Over at first base, Brian Pereira, second baseman Philip Watcher, shortstop Chandler Rogers, and at third base, Dalton Weeks. In the outfield, Niall Goings is in right, Joey Smithers is in left, and Jose Bonilla is in center field. Different DH in the lineup for the Pacers this afternoon. Brady O'Neill, who on the season is 2 for 2, including a walk-off home run. He is perfect in his career. Those 2 hits are his career total, and he'll look to add on to that today. Oh, the shortstop Cal Gentry will dig in to face off against Mitch Spence. And here is the first pitch. And that one is rounded down the first base side. Pereira grabs it in fair territory, steps on the bag, 1 pitch and 1 away, and we are underway.
The first baseman, number 42, Matt Miller.
Oh, brings up Matt Miller. Matt Miller batting .333 on the year, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. Go ahead and give you Gentry's stat line. Coming into the game, he was .328, 2 home runs and 13 RBIs. That just went down just a little bit after that ground out. And the first pitch to Miller is inside for a ball. Fouled off the other way out of play, 1-1. Hit high in the air, foul territory, and that's also going to end up out of play for strike 2. Fouled off. Keeps the count right where it is. And again, the 1-2. Ball is in the dirt. 2-2. Inside corner call, strike 3. Durden fires it down to first, and that will put away Matthew Miller for the second out.
The right fielder, number 12, Wesley Womack.
Wesley Womack, the right fielder, coming to bat now. Womack batting an impressive .452 on the year. 14 RBIs to his name, a pair of triples. And he's slugging about 600, .597. First pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Not a lot of home runs from this Georgia College team, but they're getting production nonetheless. Now 7-0 in the conference after beating USC Aiken yesterday. A swing and a miss there. Evens the count at 1-1. They're dominating at home as well. 5-1 there, and 10-5 overall. Pacers also 10-5 overall, 9-5 at home, and now 3-1 in the conference. Ball in the dirt, goes all the way to the backstop, 2-1. And the 2-1 is sent the other way. That'll be a base hit into left field. Smithers having to run over to cut it off. Slips out there in the outfield, but it will still. But Wesley Womack will stay at first base with a single.
The center fielder, number 2, Logan Maddox.
Brings Logan Maddox to the plate. Center fielder for this Bobcat squad. Runner on first, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Maddox, .381 batting average, a pair of home runs, 14 RBIs, and he also has a triple on the season. And his first pitch is high and inside for ball 1. The 1-0 as the runner goes from first. The pitch is high. And Womack will actually just stay at first base, just trying to make some moves out there. 2 balls and no strikes to Maddox. That one hit in the air. Shallow right field along the line, and that's going to end up foul. And 2 balls and 1 strike to Maddox. 2 outs and a runner on first here in the first inning. Ball in the dirt. Durden able to keep it in front of him. 3-1. Runner takes off from first. It's grounded past a diving Weeks and into left field for a base hit. Womack will stop at third. That puts runners on the corners with 2 outs.
The catcher, number 11, Brandon Purcell.
So Brandon Purcell, the catcher for Georgia College, coming to bat. Purcell batting .407 on the year. No home runs, 16 RBIs. An on-base percentage of .419. Still 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Georgia College threatening to score. First pitch to Purcell. Is a hopper to first. Pereira has it, takes it himself, and that will do it. Pacers get out of the jam and end the top of the first with no score. They're coming up to bat in the bottom half of the first in just a few moments. And we enter the bottom of the first inning. Pacers and Bobcats still tied at 0 after a half inning of play. Trevor Guthrie is the starter for Georgia College in today's game, facing off against the leadoff man Jose Bonilla. Guthrie with a 5.87 ERA, no record in his three starts, 7 2/3 innings pitched, 12 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .387 on him. This could be the golden opportunity for the Pacers to strike early, with Jose Bonilla leading off. He's batting just a little under .300, .288 on the season. 2 homers, 6 RBIs, on-base percentage of .338. Fouled off the second pitch, and he's at 0-2. Just missed with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, just missing, evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled off, but he will just stay in there. The 2-2. Right down the middle for a call, strike three. Bonilla down looking for the first out.
The third baseman, number 44, Dalton Weeks.
Dalton Weeks will step up to the plate. Weeks batting .288 as well on the season. Has 4 homers and 16 RBIs. He's slugging .559 with a .377 on-base percentage. And he grounds one through the left side for a base hit. Runner on first with 1 out. And that brings up Connor Durden.
Number 30, Connor Durden.
Durden, one of the better Pacer batters. .358 average, 7 home runs, good for the top spot on the team, and 20 RBIs. That's good for number 2. .849 slugging and .485 on base percentage. And first pitch to him misses outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Misses outside, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch is popped up. Left center field. And it will be caught for the second out. And that brings up Niall Goings. Broke up the no-hitter yesterday in the 7th inning. And the way he broke it up was a nice solo shot over the left field wall. Still batting just under 200, however, but he does have 3 homers and 4 RBIs. Slugging percentage is .438, and his on-base percentage is .328. And he's walked quite a few times, 10 walks on the season. And that first pitch brushes the corner for strike 1. The 0-1 misses outside for a ball, 1-1. And a quick check throw over to first to see if they can catch Weeks sleeping. Grounder to third, right off the chest. The long throw to first is not going to be in time as it will draw Miller off the bag. We're going to see how they score. They're going to score to hit. A base hit for Niall Goings puts runners on first and second for Brian Pereira with 2 outs. Pereira will dig in. Batting .311 on the year, 5 home runs, and a team-leading 24 RBIs on the season. Trying to add on here with runners on first and second. Goes after the first pitch, sends it up the middle, flip to short, and that will do it. Pacers will leave one stranded as we go into the top of the second. Still no score between the Bobcats and the Pacers. And Brendan Holler will lead things off here for Georgia College in the top of the second inning. No score yet between the Pacers and the Bobcats. And first pitch right down the middle to Holler for strike one. Holler batting .313. No homers, 3 RBIs. And he sends one up the middle and through for a base hit.
Left fielder number 16, Mike Warren.
Michael Warren will dig in now. One on and nobody out. Warren batting .360 on the year, 15 RBIs this season. And first pitch is high for ball one. Hopper down the third base side. That's a fair ball and heads into left field. And that will be good for a double for Mike Warren. Well, a single and a double now put runners on second and third for Garrett Green. Green, the third baseman. Green batting .404. 6 RBIs on the year. He has a .436 on base percentage. First pitch in there for strike one. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And a call of a balk on Spence. That's going to drive in a run. And Kenny Thomas is not too happy with that one. So Georgia College takes the 1-0 lead on a balk from Mitch Spence. So it's 1-0 Georgia College on the balk. Runner on third with nobody out. And that one is hitting the air. Right field, foul, and out of play. Keeps the count at 0-2. No 2 on green. Fouled off again. There's a grounder up the middle and through for a base hit. 1 run scores, and it's 2-0 Georgia College.
Second baseman number 10, John Davis.
That brings up the number 9 hitter, John Davis. Runner on first and nobody out here in the top of the second. Davis batting .333 on the year, no homers and 5 RBIs. Shows a bunt, pulls it back as the ball's in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. That one also missing low. 2-0. A show of bunt. Ball is in the dirt. 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch. That one is right down the middle for strike 1. In there for a strike. The runner heading for second. He'll make it in there as the ball ends up in center field. Chalk that one up as a stolen base for Garrett Green. And now runner on second with nobody out. And the 3-2 pitch is high for ball 4. And John Davis will walk. Put runners on first and second. Still nobody out. And that will draw a visit to the mound And allow us to thank a couple sponsors, including Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance, proud sponsor of USC Aiken Baseball and USC Aiken Athletics. For all your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, contact Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. And Willie Jules Barbecue. Every dish is served with a side of Southern hospitality, so stop on in and tell them Pacers Sports sent you. And last but not least in this pitch, the South Carolina Education Lottery. When you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, but giving a chance.
The shortstop, number 6, Cal Gentry.
We're back to the top of the order with Cal Gentry, who started off this game by grounding out to first. He has runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the second inning, with Georgia College already up 2-0. And there's a bunt down the third base side, and that's going to end up foul for strike one. The 0-1. Again bunted. This one will be fair. Weeks charges, fires to first, and that's going to get away. Runners are moving up another bag, and that's going to score a run. That will most likely be an E5, I believe, as Weeks' throw ended up making contact with Gentry. So a run scores.
First baseman.
And there are runners on the corners with nobody out. Georgia College up 3-0. Matthew Miller coming up, struck out looking his first time up. First pitch missing high and away for ball one. Check throw over to first. Entry dives back safely. One 0 goes down the middle for a strike, 1-1. Another check throw to first. Ball gets away. Coming home and scoring is Davis. Advancing to second is Gentry. This is just becoming a comedy of errors this inning. Bobcats now leading 4-0. Runner on second and still nobody out. Count still at 1-1 to Matthew Miller. And he lays down a bunt. Spence picks it up, throws it to first, and he'll get him for the first out of the inning. So Wesley Womack comes up, singled his first time up, runner on third with 1 out. Infield playing in, trying to protect the run. And it is grounded, fouled on the first base side. The 0-1. Misses high, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, fouled off, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. High and inside, full count. And the 3-2 pitch is fouled off, and we'll do it over again. Inside, ball 4. And Womack walks. Put runners on the corners again with 1 out.
The center fielder, Logan Maddox.
So Logan Maddox coming to the plate. Singled his first time up. Again, runners on the corners with 1 out. 4-0, Georgia College here in the top of the second inning. First pitch to Maddox is outside for ball 1. This is high. 2-0. Popped up. Shallow left field. Smithers calls Rogers off and makes the catch for the second out. Brings up Brandon Purcell.
Brandon Purcell.
Runners still in the corners now with 2 outs here in the second inning. And first pitch missing for ball 1. High and outside for a ball, 2-0. All in the dirt, 3 balls, no strikes. Misses outside for ball 4. And Purcell walks to load the bases. And that draws Kenny Thomas out of the dugout. We're going to have a pitching change. We'll be right back once the new pitcher has a chance to warm up. And we are back. Pacers go to their bullpen and they bring out Hunter Schuff. Mitch Spence went 1 2/3 innings, 4 runs on 5 hits and 1 strikeout. Schuff will face off against Brendan Holler, who started off this inning with a single. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. And the first pitch is inside for ball 1. Shuff 0-1 in his 2 starts and 5 appearances. 10 walks and 7 strikeouts on the year. And that one is a high fly ball into deep right field along the wall. If it's fair, it's gone. It is a foul ball. Lucky break there for Shuff and the Pacers, as that one just went foul at the last second. And the count is 1-1. The 1-1. Misses outside, 2-1. Inside, ball 3, nowhere to put him. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Full count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded, top of the second inning, 4-0 Georgia College lead. Hunter Shuff trying to shut down this inning before it really gets out of hand. And that's grounded through up the middle for a base hit. 1 run scores, another runner coming home. He will score. And it is a 2 RBI single, and Georgia College leads it 6-0.
The left fielder, number 16, Mike Warren.
That brings up Mike Warren. Doubled and scored a run early on in this inning. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. That one fouled off the other way out of play for strike 1. This is outside, 1-1. That one fouled off out of play, 1-2. In there for a call, strike 3, and the second inning is finally over. Where Georgia College has scored 6 as we go to the bottom of the second. They lead the Pacers 6-0. And the bottom of the second inning about to get underway. Joey Smithers will lead it off for the Pacers as they trail Georgia College 6-0. Smithers batting .344 on the year, 3 homers, 15 RBIs. And he pops up the first pitch, left side of the infield. And it will be caught for the first out.
The second baseman, number 1, Phil Watcher.
Brings up Philip Watcher. Watcher batting an even .300. 3 homers, 15 RBIs. First pitch right on the outside corner for strike 1. Grounder to third. Go to first is way off the mark. And Watcher will be safe. Had the first baseman been about 10 feet tall, he might have had a chance on that one.
The designated hitter, number 41.
It almost looked like the third baseman for Georgia College Green was off balance when he threw that ball. That explains why that was such an errant throw. But Watcher will be safe. Runner on first for Brady O'Neill, who's batting a perfect 1,000 on the year, 2 for 2, with 1 home run and 2 RBIs. And O'Neill goes after the first pitch, fouls it off. Strike 1. Right down the middle for a strike, 0-2. This is high and outside. Looked like a pitch out to see if Watcher was going to go or not. 1 ball and 2 strikes to O'Neill. And O'Neill lofts that one into right field, and that will be caught for the second out.
Shortstop number 2, Chandler Rogers.
So Chandler Rogers coming up to bat now, the number 9 hitter. Rogers batting .263 on the year, 3 RBIs, .473 on base percentage as he's managed to walk 12 times. Runner on first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And a check throw over to first. See if they could catch Watcher. Pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. Rushes the outside corner, 1-1. And the 1-1 is high and outside, 2-1. Missed outside, 3 balls, 1 strike to Rogers. Ball in the dirt, ball 4. And Rogers will have a 2-out walk to put runners on first and second.
The center fielder, number 4, Jose Bonilla.
So Jose Bonilla will come up to bat now. Top of the order for the Pacers. Again, runners on first and second. And a visit to the mound for Georgia College. Bonilla struck out looking his first time up. Back in the top of the first inning, or bottom of the first inning. Chance for the Pacers to chip away at that lead that Georgia College has put up there. Again, 6-0 is your score. Still waiting on the first pitch to Bonilla. And runners on first and second, 2 outs. First pitch is outside for ball 1. There's outside snap throw to first, not in time. The 2-0. Grounded foul. Strike one. Fouled off the other way and out of play, 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Bonilla chased a fastball upstairs. He goes down on strikes for the third and final out. Pacers leave two stranded. We are going to the top of the third. Pacers still down 6-0. So Garrett Green comes up to bat to lead off things here in the top of the third. Georgia College with a 6-0 lead on the Pacers. And that's going to be a base hit into right field to start things off.
The second baseman, John Davis.
That brings up John Davis. Davis walked and scored a run his first time up. And bunt down the third base side foul. Let's show a bunt. This foul tipped. Snap throw down to first. Not in time. Count 0-2 on Davis. High and inside for a ball, 1-2. And a slow ground ball. Just past Schuff. Grabbed by Watcher. Flips to first. That's in time for the first out. Runner advances, however, to second. And the man on second with one out for Cal Gentry. Reached on an error after he tried to sacrifice himself with a bunt. And that actually ended up driving in a run. Thanks to an errant throw. And sent out into center field. Bonilla having to track back for it a little bit. And he makes the catch for the second out.
First baseman number 42, Matt Miller.
That brings up Matt Miller. 0 for 1, struck out looking. And a successful sacrifice bunt. And the first pitch to Miller is going to be grounded through the right side for another base hit. They're waving the runner around third. He's coming home. The throw is not in time. It's an RBI single for Matt Miller. And Georgia College now leads at 7-0.
The right fielder number 12, Wesley Womack.
So Wesley Womack coming to bat now, 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Runner goes from first, pitches outside for a ball to throw down to second. Is stolen base for Miller. Gives Georgia College another runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Which is inside for a ball, 2-0. That one fouled off. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Schuff steps off the mound to send Miller diving back to second. Still 2 balls and 1 strike to Womack. Curveball misses outside, 3-1. Outside corner, call strike, full count. And the 3-2. Rounded or short. Rogers throws to first and gets him for the third out. Georgia College gets one more, however, as we go into the bottom of the third. They lead the Pacers 7-0. And welcome back to USC Aiken Baseball, sponsored by Aiken Flooring. Aiken Flooring, you can stand on us. Dalton Weeks will lead things off here in the bottom of the third inning. Pacers down 7-0. First pitch is low to Weeks for ball 1. Weeks singled his first time up. And he sends that one the other way along the right field line. That's going to end up in foul territory and out of play. Pitch misses high for a ball, 2-1. Right on the outside corner, 2-2. Fouled off, and we'll do it over again. And there is a chopper to third. Throw to first is in time, so you get Weeks for the first out.
The catcher, number 30, Connor Durden.
Brings up Connor Durden. Durden popped out his first time up. Pitch is on the outside corner for strike one. Misses there, 1-1. Grounder to second. Go to first in time. And Durden is down for the second out.
Right fielder, number 34, Niall Goings.
Well, Niall Goings comes to bat now. 2 outs and nobody on. Had a hard shot to third, which was a tough one to handle, and he was given the benefit of the doubt and scored it a single. And he hits a high one in the air. Foul territory left side. And it's just going to go out of play. That one is popped up, this time on the right side of the infield. And it will be caught by the first baseman Miller for the third out. A 1-2-3 inning. Pacers go down in order, and we go to the top of the fourth. They trail Georgia College 7-0. And so we go to the fourth inning with Logan Maddox leading things off. 1 for 2 today with a single. Hunter Schuff still on the mound for the Pacers. 7-0 is your score. Georgia College with a comfortable lead on the Pacers early in this game. First pitch missed inside for ball 1. High in the air, right field side, but that's going to end up foul out of play. Again, fouled out of play. The count is 1-2. And another foul ball. Count stays right where it is at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Misses outside, 2-2. Hit high into the air, left field. Smithers on the run, but he's going to end up watching it go into the Pacer bullpen. Another foul ball. In there for a call, strike 3. Maddox down looking for the first out.
The catcher, number 11, Brandon Purcell.
So Brandon Purcell will come up to bat now with 1 out and nobody on. And the ball is in the dirt. 1-0. Fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right there on the corner. 1-2. Low and outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Purcell 0 for 1 in today's game, but he walked in the second inning. High and inside, full count. And the 3-2 pitch misses inside, ball 4. Another walk to Purcell.
The designated hitter, number 17, Brendan Holler.
So Brendan Holler, the DH, comes up 2 for 2, 2 singles, a run scored, and 2 RBIs, all of which happened in the second inning. Runner on first base with 1 out for Holler. And that curveball misses way outside, and Durden can't get a handle on it. So Purcell will head on down to second. I believe that'll be scored a pass ball. And a quick throw over to second, not in time. Missed high. 2-0. Two-0 pitch finds the strike zone, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2. And Shuff steps off the mound again. Send Purcell back to the bag. That one will be fouled off. Keeps the count right where it is at 2-2. And again, the 2-2 pitch misses outside. Ball 3, full count. High and outside, ball 4. And Holler with the walk. Runners on first and second. And only 1 out.
Left fielder number 16, Mike Warren.
Well, Mike Warren coming up to bat now. 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. And 1 strikeout. And the first pitch fouled off, strike one. There you go, one. Outside for a ball. 1-1. Runners go. It's a ground ball to short. Rogers has it. It's going to throw it to third. And everybody is safe. Would have been a long throw to first anyway for Rogers, as he was out on the outfield grass and running away from the bag anyway. So the bases are loaded with one out here in the top of the fourth inning. Garrett Green will come to the plate. 2 singles, 2 runs scored, a stolen base, and 1 run batted in. That one is a fly ball out into shallow right field. Niall Goings is there, makes the catch. Runner's tag. Throw comes in, cut off by Pereira. Now, there will be no play at the plate. It's a sacrifice fly for Garrett Green, and it is now 8-0 Georgia College.
Second baseman, John Davis.
So the number 9 hitter, John Davis, comes to bat now, 0 for 1. Walked and scored a run back in the second. Runners on the corners with 2 out. Top of the fourth inning. And that pitch misses outside for ball 1. Grounder to second. Watcher just flips it to Rogers at short for the third out, but another run scores. It is an 8-0 game. Georgia College leading the Pacers going into the bottom of the fourth inning. And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Brian Pereira to lead it off for the Pacers. Rounded into a fielder's choice his last time up, 0 for 1. Pacers down 8-0 to Georgia College. And in case you're wondering, the Peach Belt Conference Tournament semifinals has just started up between Clayton State and USC Aiken. Pacers up an early 3-2 with about 17:40 to go in the first half. And Pereira grounds one to the right side. That's going to end up in the outfield. And Pereira reaches safely. And they're going to score that a base hit for Brian Pereira. So now Joey Smithers coming up to bat. One on and nobody out. Smithers 0 for 1 today. And the first pitch is low to Smithers for ball 1. The 1-0. That one finds the strike zone, 1-1. And therefore a call strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Line drive, base hit for Joey Smithers. The Pacers here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Second baseman number 1, Phil Watcher.
Phil Watcher coming up to bat now. Runners on first and second and nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Watcher, swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. The 0-1 to Watcher, and he pops that one up. And they're going to call that infield fly rule. Watcher is down for the first out.
The designated hitter number 41, Brady O'Neill.
Brady O'Neill coming up to bat, 0 for 1. Runners on first and second still for the Pacers with 1 out. It is in the dirt for ball one. The 1-0. Grounder slowly up the middle and through for a base hit. They're going to wave around Pereira. He will score. It's an RBI single for Brady O'Neill. Not a bad stat line for Brady O'Neill. 3 for 4 in his career. 1 home run and now 3 RBIs. Runner's still on first and second with 1 out, and Chandler Rogers coming to the plate. Rogers walked his first time up. And he grounds one up the middle. This one will be grabbed. Step on second, throw to first, and it's an inning-ending double play. But Brady O'Neill gets the Pacers on the board with an RBI single, and it is 8-1 as we go into the top of the 5th. And we enter the top of the 5th inning. Georgia College leading USC Aiken 8-1. Cal Gentry will lead it off. He's 0 for today. Looking for his first hit. And a ball inside and low. Moves it to 1-0. Outside corner for a strike. 1-1. High and outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Popped up, foul territory, third base side, and out of play. That one's grounded up the middle and through for a base hit.
first baseman, number 42, Matt Miller.
Matt Miller coming up to bat now, 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a stolen base on the day. Pitch is low for ball 1 to Miller. Runner goes from first, and it is a fly ball out there into the gap in right center. That's going to split the outfielders and go to the wall. Going and trying to score is Gentry as Miller stops at second. It's an RBI double for Matthew Miller, and the score now 9-1 Georgia College.
Right fielder, number 12, Wesley Womack.
So Wesley Womack comes in now. Runner on second. Nobody out. And Kenny Thomas is coming on out of the dugout. He's going to make a call to the bullpen. Now we're going to take a short break and be right back with the new pitcher. And so Jamie Moreland comes out of the Pacer bullpen to relieve Hunter Schuff, who went 2 1/3, allowed 3 runs on 6 hits with 2 strikeouts. Runner on second is Schuff's responsibility. And Moreland will face Wesley Womack, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk on the day. And the first pitch is in there for strike 1. That's going to be a line drive base hit into right field. They're waving the runner around. Miller's coming home, and he will score. No throw into second. It will be a double for Womack, and it is now a 10-1 game.
The center fielder, Logan Maddox.
Logan Maddox coming up to bat. Runner still on second. Still nobody out. Maddox is 1 for 3 today with a single. First pitch is fouled off out of play for strike one. Pitch is low. 1-1. That into center field. Bonilla is there, and he makes the catch. Runner tags from second, and he will make it in there to third. So 1 out and a runner on third base for Brandon Purcell, who's 0 for 1 with a pair of walks and a run scored. First pitch is right down the middle for strike one. I'm going to say he went on that one. 0-2. Fouled off. Count stays at 0-2. Ball in the dirt. 1-2. Low and away for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sent on out into center field and deep, but not deep enough as Bonilla tracks it down and makes the catch. Runner tags from third. He will score. And it is a sacrifice fly for Brandon Purcell. And it is now an 11-1 game. So Brendan Holler coming to bat. 2 for 2 with 2 singles, a run scored, and 2 RBIs. He grounds it fair down the first base side. A little toss to Moreland, and that will do it. With 3 more runs score as the Bobcats lead the Pacers 11-1 going into the bottom of the 5th inning. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning of USC Aiken baseball, presented by the Concierge Team, a real estate boutique. If you're in the need for a house in the Aiken area, contact Mike Stake at the Concierge Team. Jose Bonilla will lead things off for the Pacers. They're down 11-1. Bonilla 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts today. And he will take the first pitch off the leg, but they're gonna say he didn't try to get out of the way, and they're gonna keep him in there. And Kenny Thomas not too happy with that call. He can go out there and have a couple of words. So the count will be 1-0 to Bonilla. And Bonilla rips one down the right field line for a base hit. That'll be extra bases. And he will head on into second base with a leadoff double. Now Dalton Weeks will come on up, so I guess Bonilla's kind of happy he got to stay in there at the batter's box instead of taking first base. He gets a double out of the deal. Now Dalton Weeks will come up to bat now, 1 for 2 with a single. Jose Bonilla's on second with nobody out. Which is low for ball 1. Curveball falls into the zone, 1-1. Pitch misses high for a ball. 2-1. Fouled off out of play. 2-2. Two balls and two strikes to Dalton Weeks with a runner on second and nobody out in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that one will be fouled off into the Pacer dugout. Keeps the count at 2-2. Pitch just misses high and away. Full count to Dalton Weeks. And the 3-2 pitch popped up high into the air. Shallow left field. And that one will be caught for the first out.
The catcher, number 30, Connor Durden.
Connor Durden coming up to bat now. Runner on second and 1 out. Durden is 0 for 2 today. Pitch is high and outside for ball 1 to Connor Durden. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Durden ahead of himself there. 1-1. Fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball is in the dirt. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Durden sends one into right field. That'll be a base hit. They're going to wave Bonilla around third. He's coming home. There is no play at the plate as it's cut off. It's an RBI single for Connor Durden. And that extends his on-base streak to 16 straight games.
Right fielder number 34, Niall Goings.
Brings up Niall Goings. Goings 1 for 2 today. Pacers now trailing 11-2 after the RBI single by Durden. And we're going to have a short visit to the mound. We'll take a short break and be right back. Just a real short visit to the mound, only just to keep Guthrie's composure, maybe give the bullpen a little more time to warm up. But Niall Goings coming up. Again, 1 for 2 with a single. Runner on first, 11-2 score here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Ooh, low and outside. Good pitch, though. Goings getting the benefit of the call, 1-1. Fouled off, 1-2. That one fouled off out of play. Goings just spoiling the pitch. That one is sent into left field. That's a base hit for Niall Goings. Good solid single from Goings. Runners on first and second with 1 out.
The first baseman, Brian Pereira.
That brings up Brian Pereira. Pereira, 1 for 2, singled and scored a run his last time up. And Pereira pops that one up, foul territory left side. And fortunately for him, that ends up out of play on top of the Pacer clubhouse. And it's into the baseball graveyard. And the 0-1. And Pereira lines that one out into right field. However, it was right at Womack, who makes the catch for the second out.
The left fielder, Joey Smithers.
Brings up Joey Smithers. Smithers 1 for 2 on the day with a single his last time up. First pitch is high to Smithers for ball 1. The 1-0. Fouled straight back. 1-1. And a swing and a miss there moves the count to 1-2. And a base hit for Joey Smithers. They are going to wave Durden around third. He's coming home, and he will score. Ball comes into second. An RBI single for Smithers, and it's 11-3.
The second baseman, number 1, Phil Watcher.
That brings up Phil Watcher. Runner still on first and second with 2 outs. Watcher is 0 for 2 today. And they're going to have a visit to the mound and possible pitching change coming up. So we're going to take a short break and be right back. So Bradley Kamek comes out of the bullpen to relieve Trevor Guthrie. Kamek's stat line, 1.62 ERA, 3-0 in his 5 appearances, 16 2/3 innings pitched, 13 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, 17 strikeouts, and opponents batting .217 on him. 1-0 count to Philip Watcher, the first batter he will be facing. That's grounded through the left side for a base hit. They're going to hold everybody up at 1 bag. It was a shallow single. Well, Pacers have the bases loaded now with 2 outs for Brady O'Neill, who has an RBI single on the day, 1 for 2.
Brady O'Neill.
Again, bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. O'Neill at the plate. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. And O'Neill hits that one in the air. That's going to end up foul out of play. Count even at 1-1 on O'Neill. O'Neill goes after that one, and it is 1-2. And O'Neill just spoils that pitch. Keeps the count at 1-2. Right down the middle, O'Neill down looking for the 3rd out. Pacers get 2, however, as they are trailing 11-3 going into the top of the 6th. And we go to the top of the 6th inning. 11-3 is your score. Georgia College leading USC Aiken. Michael Warren, the leadoff man, 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and a run scored. And he fouls off the first pitch from Moreland for strike 1. Pitch misses outside, 1-1. Inside corner, strike 2. And just before the start of the second half, the USC Aiken men's basketball team is leading Clayton State 35-26. Keep you posted on that. The game will most likely conclude before this baseball game does. Count is still 1-2 to Warren. Pitch low and outside, 2-2. Fouled off, out of play. Grounder to second. Watcher stops it, throws it to first, and gets to the man for the first out. Warren down. And that will bring up Garrett Green. Garrett Green is 2 for 2 with 2 singles, stolen base, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBIs on the day. First pitch to him misses for ball 1. And there's a base hit into left field.
The second baseman, number 10, John Davis.
That'll bring up John Davis with a runner on first and 1 out. Davis is 0 for 2. Walked and scored a run, however. That one will be fouled off. Quick check throw over to first. Not in time, however. Hit high into the air, foul territory, first base side. And Brian Pereira is there to make the catch for the second out. Brings us to the top of the order. Cal Gentry. Gentry is 1 for 3 today. And pitch is outside for ball 1. Fouls it off his own foot. Sure that stings. And count even at 1-1. And another check throw to first. Again, not in time. One ball, one strike to Gentry with 1 on and 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning. And that one's a high fly ball into left field. Joey Smithers is there, and he makes the catch. And the Pacers get out of it without any damage done. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 11-3. Pacers coming up. And we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. 11-3 is your score. Pacers trailing the Bobcats. Chandler Rogers leads it off 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch is in there for strike 1. And that's bunted. Right back to the mound. Throw to first is just in time. And Rogers will sit down as the first out.
Center fielder number 4, Jose Bonilla.
So it brings Jose Bonilla back up. 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored today. And a foul tip on the first pitch, strike 1 to Bonilla. And count 0-2 to Bonilla. And Bonilla will spoil that pitch with a foul. Count stays right where it is. Swing and a miss. Bonilla down on strikes for the second out.
The third baseman, Dalton Weeks.
That'll bring Dalton Weeks up to the bat. Weeks is 1 for 3 on the day. And first pitch in there for strike one. Another foul ball from Weeks. And it's 0-2. It's a low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch missed. Evens the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss from Weeks. And he goes down on strikes for the third out. A 1-2-3 inning. We're going into the 7th inning stretch. Pacers still down 11-3. And we're in the top of the 7th inning now. Matthew Miller to lead things off. 2 for 3 with a single, a double, 2 RBIs, a stolen base, and a run scored. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Inside, ball 2. Lined right back at Moreland, and he just trots over to first base and tosses it to Pereira for the first out.
The right fielder, Wesley Womack.
Brings up Wesley Womack. Womack is 2 for 3 with a single, a double, a run scored, and an RBI. And he lines one into right field for a base hit. Goings can't handle it. It goes all the way to the wall. And Womack heading for second, now digging for third as Goings still can't handle it. And he's going to stop at third base. They're going to score that a single with an E9.
The center fielder, number 2, Logan Maddox.
Brings up Logan Maddox. Maddox 1 for 4 today with a single. Runner on third with 1 out for Maddox. And that pitch is in there for strike 1. And that one sent foul into the Pacer dugout. 0-2. Pitch is high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another foul ball. Just spoils the pitch, keeps it at 1-2. Swing and a miss. Max goes down on strikes for the second out.
The catcher, number 11, Brandon Purcell.
Brandon Purcell coming up to bat now. 0 for 1, but has 2 walks, a run scored, and has a sacrifice fly. Runner on third with 2 outs. And pitch is high for ball 1. That one missing. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch is right down the middle, 2-1. And a base hit into left field will drive home the run. And Purcell keeps the inning going as well with the single.
Designated hitter, Brendan Howard.
That brings up the DH, Brendan Holler. 2 for 3 with 2 singles, 2 RBIs, a run scored, and a walk. Runner on first, still 2 outs. Here in the top of the 7th. And the first pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Pitch is in the dirt, ball gets away, and the runner advances. Purcell now on second after the wild pitch. Drilled on out there into right field, but that's going to end up going foul. The count now 1-2. It just missed inside. 2-2. And a base hit into left field. They're going to send the runner home. The throw comes in. It's cut off by Weeks. Another run in, and it's 13-3 Georgia College.
The left fielder, Mike Warren.
Mike Warren coming up to bat now. 2 for 4. But he's going to have to wait as we're going to have a pitching change as Kenny Thomas comes out of the dugout. We'll take a short break and be right back in just a few minutes. So William Ard is the new pitcher for the Pacers. Comes in for Jamie Moreland, who went 2 2/3, allowed 3 runs on 5 hits with 1 strikeout. Ard with a 4.15 ERA, no record in 5 appearances, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 were earned, 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. First pitch to second, and that's going to do it. A 1-pitch relief effort for the 7th inning, and now we go into the 7th inning stretch with the Pacers down 13-3. And we come out of the 7th inning stretch, Pacers trailing 13-3, and Connor Durden coming to bat. Durden is 1 for 3 today with an RBI single and a run scored. And he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Upper outside corner for a strike, 0-2. High and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now one missing, 2-2. And a swing and a miss from Durden. He goes down on strikes for the first out.
Right fielder, Niall Going.
Now Niall Going's coming to bat now. 2 for 3 with 2 singles on the day. Swing and a miss on the first pitch for strike 1. Down the middle, 0-2. High and outside for a ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a curveball gets going, swinging for the second out.
The first baseman, Brian Carrera.
Brian Pereira coming up to bat now with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch is low and inside for ball 1 to Pereira. Pereira lines that one into center field, and that'll be a base hit.
The left fielder, Joey Smithers.
Brings Joey Smithers to the plate. Smithers is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and 1 RBI. And first pitch to Smithers missed for ball 1. Falls into the strike zone, 1-1. One is right down the middle, 1-2. Smithers just catches a piece of the curveball to stay alive. Count stays at 1-2. And again, the 1-2 to Smithers. Swings and misses at another curveball, and he's down on strikes for the 3rd out. One man is left stranded. We go to the top of the 8th. Pacers still down 13-3. And welcome to the top of the 8th inning. Garrett Green to lead things off. 3 for 3 with 3 singles, a stolen base, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBIs. His pitch is in there for strike 1. Curveball misses high. 1-1. Low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. And it's a shot. Nice grab there by Rogers. Throw to first, and that's in time for the first out.
The pinch hitter number 22, Brent Stallings.
Now, Brent Stallings, the pinch hitter for Georgia College. Batting an even .500, 4 for 8 on the year with a homer and 5 RBIs. And he sends the first pitch foul for strike 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Another foul ball. Count stays right where it is at 0-2. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Durden throws it down to first, and it'll be good for the second out.
The shortstop, Cal Gentry.
And Cal Gentry in the top of the order coming up to bat. Gentry 1 for 4 today with a single and a run scored. Edge is inside corner for strike 1. And there's a chopper to second. Throw to first is not in time. It'll be an infield single for Cal Gentry.
The first baseman, Matt Miller.
Matt Miller coming up to bat now. 2 for 4 with a single, a double, 2 RBIs, a run scored, and a stolen base. All in the dirt, blocked by Durden, however. Pitch outside for a ball, 2-0. Swing and a miss. Changing speeds, 2-1. Far outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Full count. Runner takes off from first. Check swing. Did he go? Let's say he did. And that will end the top half of the 8th. We are going to the bottom of the 8th. Pacers down 13-3. And we are back. Philip Watcher will lead things off for the Pacers here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cassius Young is the new second baseman for Georgia College. First pitch to Watcher misses for ball 1. And pitch misses there. 3 balls and no strikes to Watcher. And that one's in there for strike 1 to Phil Watcher. And Watcher will foul that one off. Full count. Watcher is 1 for 3 today with a single. Grounder to first. Grabbed by Miller. He'll take it himself for the first out.
The designated hitter, Brady O'Neill.
Brings up Brady O'Neill, 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI today. First pitch to O'Neill is in there for strike 1. There is a chopper down the first base line. Fair ball, and they're going to tag O'Neill out for the second out.
The shortstop, Chandler Rogers.
Chandler Rogers coming up to bat now. 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 8th inning. Right down the middle for strike one. That was sent high into the air and caught in left field for the third and final out. Another 1-2-3 inning. We're going into the final inning of play. Top of the 9th coming up. Pacers down 13-3. So Wesley Womack will lead it off here in the top of the 9th for Georgia College as they lead the Pacers 13-3. First pitch in there for strike one for Mard. Rounded foul for a strike. 0-2. The count 0-2 to Womack. And a swing and a miss. Got him on 4 pitches. Womack down for the first out.
Center fielder, Logan Maddox.
And Logan Maddox coming up to bat now. 1 out and nobody on. Pitch is low for ball 1. Swing and a miss. 1-1. ball in the dirt. They're going to see if he went. No, he did not. The count moves to 2-1. There's a chopper to short. Rogers with the scoop and the fire to first, and that will get him for the second out.
The catcher, Brandon Purcell.
Now Brandon Purcell coming up to bat. An RBI single and a run scored his last time up. And he pops up the first pitch right side. Pereira looks like he has a read on it and makes the catch for the third and final out. A harmless top of the ninth. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. Pacers need to score 10 in order to send this to extra innings. And we're in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Leading off the last of the ninth, center fielder Jose Bonilla.
Jose Bonilla will lead things off. Still facing Bradley Kamek. And first pitch to Bonilla is in there for strike one. Bonilla 1 for 4 today with 3 strikeouts. A double and a run scored. Which is line outside for a ball. And a swing and a miss from Bonilla makes it 1-2. Curveball in there for a call, strike 3, and Bonilla is down looking for the first out.
Third baseman Dalton Weeks.
So Dalton Weeks coming up to bat now, 1 for 4 today. Pitch right down the middle for strike one. I'll say he went around. 0-2. Outside for a ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball just missed, 2-2. Right down the middle, call strike 3, Weeks down looking for the second out.
The catcher, Connor Durden.
And that will bring up Connor Durden now. First pitch, Durden misses outside for ball 1. Durden 1 for 4 with an RBI single and a run scored today. That one right there for a strike, 1-1. Durden sends that one high into the air. Right field. And it will be caught for the third and final out, and the Pacers drop game 2 by a score of 13-3. That means Georgia College has secured the series victory, and Pacers are going to try to salvage this series tomorrow in game 3 at 1 p.m. First pitch will be at 1 p.m. And then they will start up a 2-game set versus Shawan March 6th and 7th. Both of those games will be at 6 p.m. But that will do it here at the Burt. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for sticking with us, and have a good one.